Okay, I wanted to show you what the 2013 Shelby GT500 looks like at night. This is the front. You see the fog lights. I didn't put the high beams or the regular lights on because otherwise you can't see. Cool new feature on the 13, which are those two stripes. Pretty cool stuff. Hard to see at night, but anyway. On the rear, it now has those cool neon looking tail lights, and the inside of those neons lights will those are the brake lights. Those are sequential, so 1, 2, 3. So pretty cool stuff. Alright, let's go look inside, see what looks like there. Alright. Alright, so we have the speedometer going to 220 miles an hour or 360 kilometers per hour. Yes, the 2013 GT500 can go past 200 miles an hour. However, the convertible does not, because it would rip the convertible top off. So too bad. But we're still able to drive 155 miles per hour, which is pretty decent. Also, in the 2013 model year, they have this neat LCD display. The Mustang right there with 155 miles to empty. It has the total miles. I have 1195 miles on it. The LC stands for launch control. Then the next icon is a little shock absorber. It says N for normal. You can also set it with a button that is here to sport. If I press it, you'll see it change to sport. Sport means it's very firm. There's basically no body roll. Everything is very firm, so you can really only use it on very smooth highways, byways, tracks, etc. Otherwise, it's a pretty bumpy ride. So set it to normal. And the next thing is a little steering wheel. You can set it to all kinds of settings. Right now I have it set on sport, which means that it's very firm, heavy steering feel. You feel a lot of feedback from the front wheels, so that's the way to go in my opinion. So what else can you do with this display? You can look at different settings. Normally in the old car, I used a scan gauge to get this information. However, now you can do it with the application here. Air fuel ratio, the boost or the vacuum. Right now we're sucking a vacuum. I don't know if it changes when I accelerate. Yep. So it does change, but the maximum boost is 14 psi. The inlet air, 129 Fahrenheit, because I'm standing still, goes up. What else we got? Oil pressure is normal. The inlet air, what else? Oil temperature is normal. Voltage is 13.6. If I right click, it gives you a graphical display. So the volts, oil temp, inlet air, the vacuum or boost, and the air fuel ratio. Alright, so what else? We have the trip settings, so it gives you the time of the trip, how many miles we got so far, miles till empty, what is it, gallons used, and average miles per gallon. So there's an A and a B setting. So next one, fuel economy, gives you the instant miles per gallon. Right now I'm averaging 15.9 so far since I got the car, so that's not very good, but it's getting better. And then if I right click, it's the last 5 minutes. I can select 5 minutes, the last 10 minutes, or the last 30 minutes. I have it set at the last 5 minutes. So the last 5 minutes I've been standing still, so there's really no information there, but you will see normally some bars over here that show you the last 5 minutes fuel consumption. So, alright, what else? The track apps. Since this car has the sport package, you get the track apps as well. It says, use at the track only. It tells you that the advanced track is on, and launch control is on, or is available. It's actually on right now. I can set it off with a button. Let's see. See, now it's off. Now it's on. It says that the steering is set on sport, and suspension is set at normal. So I can look at the individual track apps by right-clicking. Couple options there. The first one is the launch control. If I click that, you can set it on or off, or you can set the RPM. So right now I have it set at 2600. So what does that mean? Well, if I press the accelerator and floor it, it only goes to 2600. So if I let the clutch go and put it in first gear, I'll take off like a bat out of hell. The accelerometer, what is it called? Accelerometer. Sorry, it's late. Tells you the G's that you're pulling. It only records G's when the app is actually running. So far I used let's see, brake 0.51 G's to the left, 0.82 to the right, 0.84 G's, 0.61 acceleration G's. So not too impressive, but I'm taking it easy still. And there's a little dot in the middle, and the dot will move to the left and the right and what have you when you move around corners. The timer, you can do measure 0 to 30, 0 to 60, 0 to 100, 1/8 of a mile, quarter mile. So it tells you the time. So you can do an automatic start, which means that it starts counting as soon as the car starts rolling, or a countdown start, which will give you the tree, the red, orange, green that you see at the racetrack or the drag strip. Also, brake performance is 60 to 0, 100 to 0, and you can view and clear the results. I don't think I have much on there right now. 0 to 35 seconds, 0 to 67.2, so nothing too impressive. I haven't really played with this a lot, but brake performance, I see nothing there yet. All-time best, I don't think, nothing there yet. So I really haven't played with this yet, but it's pretty cool stuff. What else? Okay, so there's the RPM. When the engine is cold, this will light up in red at, I think, 6250 to 7000 will be in red. Once the engine heats up, you can rev it all the way to 7k RPM. It has an over rev function, so it can run at 7k RPM for about 8 seconds. That way you can run 0 to 62 in the first gear, so get real good 0 to 62 times. Gas, air, water temp, usual stuff. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, which is pretty cool, is in the settings here, you can do my color, which you can change the gauge colors. I can, right now I have it on red, but if blue is your color, you change it to blue. And you can change it to I don't know, you can change any color. You can change to my color, which is you can create your own colors, really. Orange. I don't know what else we have. Red, that's what I had it on. The halo, which is the circle around it. The halo lights, halo color. You can do, let's say blue. If that's your. That's actually pretty cool. I might keep it that way. So that's that. The ambient light you can set here as well. Oh, it's out of focus, but What it basically is that it will give you ambient lights at your feet. I don't know if you can see it or not, but look, there are my feet, red. Hello, feet. And it gives you, at the passenger side, same thing. It's hard to see now. It gives you ambient light in the pocket holder and also in the cup holder, which is pretty cool. So now I have it set at red. So that's about it, really. Here's my radar detector. Got a red line. Got it mounted right in the middle here. It's hard to see. I don't know if you can see it better with light on. Probably not. That's about it, really. If you have any questions, let me know. And highly recommend the 2013 Shelby GT500.